Welcome to Jakarta.
What? Crashed? Oh, do I have Unreal Engine still open? Duh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fun foot. No. No.
Vote for a map.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. It's Circuit Royale. Let's go, team. Let's go, team.
Welcome to Circuit Royale.
Yeah. Dum 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 dum.
I will not leave a broken world behind.
It's so hard to tell right from wrong. If only I had someone to give me guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Someone wise and experienced. An adoptive mother, if you will.
Oh no, absolutely not.
Now,
Alright, now that I've
stay
been
close.
developing a
Can't hear
game
you
for a little
if you're
bit.
straight.
Can't see my feet. Interesting.
No.
Can't go 180 degrees. That's standard.
4,
Over here.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
I wonder if breaking things needs an animation.
Help me! Enemy in sight. Taking care of you.
Might swap to brag.
I've got you. Helping you out. We're not done. Enough whining. You're
My
fine.
ultimate is charging.
Enemy over here. Here it comes.
Brig.
What's that? Washed away.
Tis a brig game. Tis a brig game.
Breaking me down just builds me up.
Heroes never die.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Not on my watch.
Enemy over here.
Back it up, 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 back it up. Back it up, back it up, back it up. Back it up. Back it up, back it up. Fuck. Back it up, back it up.
I'll remember that for next time. Let me take care of that for you. Enemy over here. I needed that.
Ooh. Okay, can't see you, can't see you. That's a follow, baby. Well done, team. Well done. Petals and pentagrams. How we doing, baby? How we doing, baby? Oh, fuck. No!
Breaking them down.
4 minutes, people. 4 minutes. That's Stu Hot Pockets. We can do it. Monkey, come here. Can't see you.
Barrier won't hold much longer.
We gotta get the point here, people. Is there a big old monkey that can get the point for us?
Heroes never die. I should think that one over again.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Monkey, you got it. Monkey, we got point here, bud.
I see one. Let me take care of that for you.
3 minutes, people. 3 minutes.
Rally to me.
God damn it. What is transfer to allies, man? Gotta be diving. Monk, monk. Shut up, Nick Mellons. Ugh.
Play of the game.
McMillans, I was done with this game until I died in Minecraft yesterday. I want to play one game. 4 hours, 25% playing a game. It was gonna be Minecraft, and then I died. I can't fix it? What do you mean I can't? It's not the same. It's not the same. Hardcore. The stakes aren't the same. Not too sentimental. You don't understand the pain that I went through yesterday. You don't understand. It's like losing a child.
Approaching the throne of Anubis.
Throne of Anubis. What the fuck just happened? This shit just crashed on me? Oh my gosh. Oh my Ron. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's a sign. My rendering device has run out of memory. All right, we're going to try one more time, closing out all these Firefox tabs. And if I crash again, we'll switch it up. Because I actually do have an idea, McMillans, of what to do. Let's go to history.
Vote for your map.
Voice chat error. Hey, at least we got a better map. It's called Skyblock, McMellans. Let's go, team. Damn it. My voice chat isn't working. Technical difficulties today. Cyretta 001, what up? What up? Booty fist. Gross.
I will not leave a broken world behind.
You look like a talented bunch. This should be quick.
Even past your prime, you are more inhuman than ever.
Some people improve with age. Others never quite learn to keep their mouths shut.
Hello. A pleasure. Stay near, will you? I hate when people run off without me.
Oh, is that a Sombra?
Spare me the commentary.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Huge. Oh, it's working now. There's your bind. That's a bad one. I'm backing up here.
I see you.
Ik Babadurkel.
This is not the end.
It'd be great if Hanzo could stay alive.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
We must stop their progress. Log on.
Yeah, baby.
I won't let you fall. Over there.
Huge. Kid's on fire.
Under attack. I've stepped one.
Yeah, baby. Save me.
I appreciate the support. I keep you up.
Yeah, baby. Yoinks.
I won't give in. Don't fret. I see you.
Minor perk unlocked.
Nano boost is ready to deploy.
Oh, I'm in a bad spot here. Can they still hog? I'm not doing anything.
I go out on my terms.
Let the dragon consume you.
Oh, come on! Back that ass up. We going for it? We here? We here? I'm gonna nano. I'm gonna nano.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Flame of my soul.
Breaking me down just builds me up.
Twitch!
I'll find my own path.
Come on, dude. I can't even survive. What am I? 2 and 5? That's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed.
That was
We're holding this,
interesting.
though. Kinda crazy.
What's up?
I think I saw somebody behind her. Yeah, there's a crazy.
An enemy here. Platform here. Watch here.
Over here. Over here. Restoring balance.
Thank you so much. Here they come.
Holy fuck!
Enemy here.
Appreciate it.
Over there.
Hello there.
Eyes here.
Got one here.
God damn it. Ah.
Time to get clever.
Take cover. The tree is gone.
Yep. I'm throwing!
I licked my wounds. Let's go.
Lick, lick, lick my balls.
Payload has reached the checkpoint.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I mean... Alright, McMellans, I'll swap after this. This is shit show.
Breaking me down just builds me up.
Shitty show. Oh my god.
Sending care your way.
Come what? Owie! 2 minutes! That's one hot pocket. We can do it.
I'll try a different approach. Rally to me!
Yes, team, yes.
An enemy here.
Yes, team, yes.
Meteor strike ready to be unleashed.
My ultimate is charging.
A pleasure.
60 seconds.
Hi.
Spare me the comment. Spare me the comment.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. I got gripped! Nice grip, baby! No!
I have a new plan this time. I got
Johnny Clash. Great name, Johnny Clash.
10 seconds.
Oh, he got both healers. Yeah, this game's over.
Life protects life.
Alright, McMellans. Because you requested it. Ugh. What's my game version? 121.8. We don't have 121.8. Okay, select platform. What the fuck? Quilt or fabric? What is fabric? I have Minecraft launcher. What is Modrinth? What? Alright, might as well just make this. Okay. I don't have. Whatever. What? Okay, just signed in. I'm signed in. Oh shit, what is... Hmm. Okay, it's fine. Do I need to start an instance? Hey, what's that? Who's it? Round B, what up? What up? Create a new instance from file, import from launcher. We got a curse forge? No. I gotta. All right, I'll be right back. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, ba. Bam, bam, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Ra-da-da. Ra-da-da. Ra-da-da-da-da-da. Ra-da-da-da. Mommy, mommy, mo, 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 mo. Oh, that's all I had to do. Cat him a lap. Cat him a lap. Hey, 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 gotta cat him a lap. All right. How do I play this? Oh, all right. Let's see if this works. What is happening?
Press enter to enable the narrator.
Damn, son.
Narrator. Continue button.
No.
Narrator.
No.
Narrator. Narrator. Off.
Jeez. We're going regular. We're not doing hardcore here because I think I'm going to die a lot. This is already not a great sign. Oh. And I'm dead. Hey! Hey! Okay, something didn't work here. Oh, do I need to change this to... Nope. Okay. See if this does anything. Oh. I have my doubts. Yeah. Oh, shit, what the... Um... I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the one that I want. Basic Skyblock. Download. 121. Fabric, fine. Download. And then I just extract it. Where's Minecraft? Where's my Minecraft folder? Oh, damn. That's causing some issues. Okay, well. No. Where the F did I save Minecraft? This is so annoying. I don't have fabric. What even is fabric? Mod loader. Feed the beast. The fuck is this? Fabric versus Modern. So do I have, how do I know if I have? Hey, what's up? Gucci Guns. My boy, my boy. How you doing, Gucci Guns? My boy, my boy. Morning. You chilling? Let me sauce this this here follow back. Oops, didn't mean to open up over there. GG's, GG's. Trying to figure out how to freaking play modded Minecraft.
Before installing Fabric, just open it up in vanilla and then
Bro,
close out
terrible. Freaking died yesterday.
of it, and then you'll be good to go.
Now I'm trying to punch above my weight class with a modded
Click
version.
on Open With, click Java, and click OK.
My boy. Can I just do that in here? Where are my downloads? No. Oh. Let's just see what happens. I'm about to break my entire setup. Previously, when I did this, I was able to just come in here. Oh. This might be it. This might be what I'm looking for. I think it was 141.7. I don't remember. It's for sure 21.7. Let's just get yes. Minecraft in here. That's fine. All right, we're back in here. Browse. Not here. Also not here. Okay. That ain't it. That ain't it, Chief. That ain't it, Chief. We might need to figure this out later. Okay. That's CurseForge. Hey, yo. Do I have CurseForge? No, I deleted it. All right. Not quite sure what's going on right now. Yes. Okay. This is mine. Oh shit. We do this and then this and then star block maybe? Question mark? Nope, didn't work. But if I open this, did that not show on live stream? Oh, that did it. Something's happening. New sky. Bro, this ain't it. This ain't it, Chief. We'll delete this. This should be it. This should be the one. That's not. Do I need to play on a specific? I'm at an hour, so technically I should be switching right now. F you. I can play this. Jesus. This is old.
Good day, we're Hat Films.
This is how to install a Minecraft map on Windows in a minute.
I really want that awesome Fire UK map featured on Syndicate's YouTube channel, but what do I do?
First, get the map.
The download link's in the description.
I can read those. Click.
Got it?
Yeah.
Great. It's a zip.
What's a zip?
Don't be a PC noob.
Double click to unzip. It'll give you a folder.
Free folder.
Right click and copy that folder.
Click on Start and in the search box type %appdata%.
Double click on roaming.
Roaming.
Then .minecraft.
.minecraft.
Then look for the folder that says
Looking.
Saves.
Saved. I don't have it.
Calm down, alright? Right click, New, then Folder, type in Saves, hit Return. Boom, now you do.
Oh, yeah.
Brother.
Double click on roaming.
Roaming.
Then .minecraft.
I don't have a Minecraft folder. That's... Oh, is it Viet? No, it's not. App data. All right. Because this is taking so long. Ooh. I'm probably going to switch here. I got Godot downloaded? I don't even know what's on this computer. Unity's here too? Yo, I do not need 3. I got Unreal, Unity, and Godot. No. It's an executable jar file. Damn, what the fuck? Alright. Abandoned ship. So I did work on this a little bit last night. Off stream. Are we working on some guns today?
So that we can.
And I'm gonna get out stuff for the other project. Okie doke.
Have different properties on different types of guns, and that's generally how the architectures work in shooters, first person or third. Let's dive in and see how it's done. Okay, so we haven't checked in on our project plan in a little while. Where have we got to? The player movement is done. The animation, for now, is done. And the shooting, that is the next thing for us to focus on. Now, it's a little confusing here because our mesh already appears to have a gun. But actually, we don't want to use this gun. We want to use it in a different way. Reason being, in a shooter type of game, you often want to be able to switch between weapons, or at least be able to have different characters have different weapons. And the easiest way to do that is to architect the gun as a separate thing to the character, so that you can swap them out so that it can be responsible for how it shoots. If it's a rocket launcher or a shotgun or a rifle, they're going to do things in different ways. Now, you might say, okay, well, let's create a gun component, and we can stick that gun component underneath our mesh. That would work, except that then we lose the modularity that allows us to add multiple components to the gun. So what we really want to do is go down the route of having an actor for the gun that is childed to the shooter character. Now, this is something we haven't come across before, but it works like this. You can have a shooter character and a gun as its child, And the shooter character can have multiple components, which are childed to each other. So you've got the capsule, we've got the mesh as a child of the capsule at the moment. And the components of the gun can be childed to that. So the mesh gets childed to the mesh of the character, and if it's got any other components, such as maybe a particle effect at the muzzle of the gun, that might be childed to the mesh. So you can see that these hierarchies are kind of independent, that you've got the scene components, the ones that have transforms, over on the right, and they can be in a certain hierarchy. And then the actor hierarchy actually follows the hierarchy of the scene components. The actors don't have a hierarchy of their own. This is the bit that takes a little bit of time to get your head around, and was a aha moment when it clicked for me, is that in actual fact, there is no hierarchy of actors. There's only a hierarchy of scene components. There are actors that own the scene components, and so they end up having a hierarchy because their scene components are related to each other, but they don't actually have a relationship among themselves. So with that said, to set the context, the first thing we want to go and do is actually create ourselves a C++ gun actor. And in this case, it's not going to be a pawn or character or anything like that. It's just going to be a straightforward actor because we don't need any behavior, we don't need to possess it, we don't need to do anything. It's just a simple actor. So let's go ahead and do that. In fact, a little challenge for you. Go ahead and create that C++ actor, something you should be able to do. Little mini challenge. Attempt it. Okay, and back in, I'm going to go and do it. New C++ class, and we don't need to have, let's see, actor. That's the one we want to choose. And we're going to go ahead and call this one gun. Simple as. Let's create that class. Okay, and once that's done, it's going to pop up in your code editor, and we don't need to do anything with it just yet because the first thing I want to do is create a blueprint subclass. So right-click on your class in the content browser, and instead of calling it my gun, I don't know why it automatically defaults that, BP_gun. I'm going to put it at the root of content for now. We can do a bit of...
Oh, the phone here, bud. Oh, it's gonna be here. No. Or did I just create this gun class? Oh, do I need to rebuild this now? That would be really annoying. Oh, here we go. We running it. Oh. Haha. Let's cut some cat nails. While we're waiting. Hey. Stop squirming. Ah! You fell! Get back here! I only got one of your nails. Succeeded. Oh, we gotta do this quick, Kona. Hey. Come on, be nice to me. Taking away your weapons. Woohoo! You better chill. Or I'm not gonna be chill. Oh yeah, these things are lethal. These things are lethal, co. We'll just do the front paws, okay? Come on, you got 2 more. I'm almost done. Gotta be careful, I don't want to hurt you. There's this guy. There you go. All good. Nades! And here's my gun. Great blueprint class based on this. I think we want it in... Where are we doing this?
Reorganizing once we've got more classes, as I've said before. We'll create the blueprint class.
Hey.
Automatically defaults that. BP_gun. I'm going to put it at the root of content for now. We can do...
Put it in the root of content for now. BP_gun.
bit of reorganizing once we've got more classes, as I've said before. We'll create the blueprint class. As you can see, it's completely empty. It's got this default scene root. We're going to want to fix that up. What we want to do is actually add a component in C++, because this is a C++ course. Let's practice the muscle of adding components in C++. It also means that we're going to have access to those components from within our C++ code to manipulate and write our code there. Now, the setup we're going to want is to have a scene root component, which is going to be a scene component, and then a mesh that's a child of that. Why do we want that? Because we want to be able to change the position of the mesh relative to the root of the gun, so that we can basically place the handle in different locations for different meshes. So if we have different guns, we can make sure they all have the handle in the same place, so that when we attach it to the character's hand, it's going to appear with the handle in the character's hand. Okay, so how are we going to do that? We're going to go over to our Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to create a private section down here where we're going to store the U properties for the different components that we're going to come up with. So I'm going to create a U property visible anywhere. We want our components to be visible anywhere because they're pointers. We don't want to be able to edit the pointers, but we do want to be able to see the properties of those pointers and be able to edit those. And that then becomes the purview of the class that we're pointing to. That then decides what gets shown, what is editable. So all we want to say here is that it's not the pointer that is editable. So that's why we're going for visible anywhere. Anyway, a little bit of revision there. Now we want this to be a U because it's a component, then it's a scene component that we're wanting. If I can type it correctly, scene component, and it's a pointer to it, and this is going to be our root component, like so. And then we're going to want a U property, again, visible anywhere, for our mesh. Now the class for the mesh is going to be a U static mesh component, because this isn't a skeletal mesh, it's rigid, it doesn't have any skeleton, any bones, so we want that to be a pointer, and this we're just going to call the mesh, like so. In fact, I think I need to be a little bit careful here because I think root component already exists in the parent class for actor, so I'm just going to call this root instead. And then we've already got a constructor over in the C++. We're just going to need to include the appropriate header files here. Now, a little trick when you're in Visual Studio Code is to find out where a header file might be. You use Control-P, and you're going to search for, in this case, we want to know the static mesh, so static mesh component, and we can see that the static mesh component.h, if I go ahead and open it up and hover over the tab, you can see that it is under this long path, but the bit that's interesting is that it's under classes, which then we can look up from there. It's going to be components, static mesh component. So I can close that tab down, and just above our include, in fact below the include for our gun.
Wait, what did you do?
It's going, the bit that's interesting is that it's under classes, which then we can look
Oh, here. Classes, engine, static mesh.h.
up from there. It's going to be components, static mesh component. So I can close that tab down and
wait. Mine's just static mesh.h.
And just above our include, in fact below the include for our gun, we're going to do a hash include for the components, and then the static mesh component. Now, actually, I've just remembered that the meshes that we've got, for some reason, aren't actually static meshes. I believe they might be skeletal meshes. You can find this out by going into the asset packs, shooter game, weapons, and having a look at these meshes, and sure enough, remembered that the meshes that we've got, for some reason, aren't actually static meshes. I believe they might be skeletal meshes. You can find this out by going into the asset packs, shooter game, weapons, and having a look at these meshes, and sure enough, if you hover over them, you can see that they are skeletal meshes. Don't ask me why, for some reason that's what they are. So we're going to want to change the type to skeletal mesh in the header file. So instead of the uStatic mesh, it's going to be uSkelet.
All right, Sam.
Mesh instead, and same for the include. It's going to be the skeletal mesh component.h that we want. Remember, there's no u in the header files. And I believe the scene components is already included here by default. So it's time for a challenge to add a mesh component of your own. We're going to create a root scene component, set it to the root, and set it to the root for the class, and create a mesh component and set up the attachment between the two so that the mesh component is a child of that root scene component. Pause the video and have a go.
I've done this previously, but I forget how to do it. It's going to be in here. Whatever, well, just tell me how to do it.
Okay, welcome back. So we're going to go over and set, first of all, our root. It's going to be a create default sub-object of type uScene component. And then we are going to give it a name, which is going to be with the text macro. We're going to call it the root and finish off with a semicolon. Then we're going to set it as the root. So set root component, we'll set it as the root component for the actor. So set root as the root component. Good stuff. Then we're going to want to create our mesh. So mesh equals create default sub-object, and it's the uSkeletal mesh component that we want as the class. And then the text macro for, I'm just going to call it mesh, and add a semicolon on the end there. Then we want to set up attachment. So it's going to be mesh, arrow, setup attachment, and we're going to want to attach to the root, like so. Cool stuff. So we can go ahead and save. That and hopefully compile and build, and we'll go over into Unreal and have a look at our child class. And sure enough, in here we've got ourselves the root, we've got the sub mesh.
What? Build. Please don't delay any actions. Please don't delay any actions. Delaying one process from spawning due to memory pressure. Available 3.1 gigabytes total. All right. I get. Do it. Disable action limit for this session. Do it. Do it. Come on, buddy. Oh, that was it. That was it. Come on. Damn. All caps, please. Succeeded. Okay. Love that for me.
Compile and build, and we'll go over into Unreal and have a look at our child class. And sure enough, in here we've got ourselves the root, we've got the sub mesh, we've also got this default scene root which is hanging around. I think let's restart the editor and see if that just goes away. Sometimes when adding components, things can linger around like that and get cached. And sure enough, if we open up the BP gun,
I gotta reset this, brother. You know how much it takes for me to close this shit out? We'll just do a rebuild from here. Build task. Blink. Initializing Gradle. We'll do a regular build. We don't need to rebuild the entire thing. We do not need to rebuild. Succeeded? Succeeded. There's a bit of a delay here, huh?
On Blueprint, again, you can see that we've just got those two components. We've added the root and the mesh, and we probably want to go ahead and change out the mesh for one of the skeletal meshes from the asset packs from the shooter game.
Not great. Not great. Don't love that. Here we go. And the mesh will take, oh, skeletal. Let's do a rifle.
We've got a rifle, we've got a launcher. I'm going to choose this one to be the rifle. So actually calling it a BP gun is a little bit disingenuous. This should probably be the BP rifle. So let's go ahead and rename that. Go over to the content browser and rename it to BP.
Rename.
Rifle, or BP gun underscore rifle. No, we'll call it BP rifle directly. There you go. And that has given us a gun. Now, obviously, now this means that we can have all sorts of properties against this actor, such as the strength of the weapon, its range, and so on and so forth, by creating new properties in C++. And that is the strength of having this architecture, is that the guns can then be a little bit different. We can have different shooting mechanics for rifles versus snipers versus RPGs, things like that. So that's great. And we can also have different stats. So we can have a strong rifle and a weak rifle, depending on different Blueprint subclasses. Cool stuff. Now, in the next lecture, we're going to look at how we're going to actually spawn this gun as a child of our current character. I'll see you there.
Sweet, let's do it.
Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we are going to be spawning our rifle at runtime from our character class in C++. Let's dive in and see how it's done. Okay, so we want to get our gun spawning as a child of the shooter character. The first point of call is to be able to spawn that actor from within another actor. We're going to do this at runtime. We're going to do it at begin play because that's the way you kind of need to do it. When you're spawning actors, you need to do it at runtime. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to get hold of the world first, so get world. And then we're going to call a function on getWorld. By the way, world and level are synonyms, so what we're actually doing here is we're going up to the level and saying, hey, level, can you create us an actor? Because all actors essentially belong or live in a level. So then we're saying, you know, spawn actor for me, please. And this is a spawn actor that takes a template. You can say, I want this actor that I'm going to spawn to be of type a gun. And for that to work, we're going to need to have an include up here, hash include for the gun.h. And then we're going to take in an argument, and the argument to spawn is actually can be a class type. So by default, it will go ahead and spawn the C++, but here we want to spawn the Blueprint child of this gun. So we need to figure out what that's going to be. That needs to be hooked up in Blueprint. It can't be hooked up here in C++, at least not easily. The best place to do it is in Blueprint. So we're going to do an Alt-O to go to the header file for our shooter character, and we're going to add in a new U property here to allow us to configure the class that we should be pointing to in order to spawn an actor. Which Blueprint class should we be spawning from this shooter character? We're going to have it as an edit defaults only. Why edit defaults only? Because we don't want to be able to edit this at runtime because it would give a false impression that you can change what type of gun we're using at runtime, whereas begin play's already been called, that gun's already been spawned, and so it wouldn't actually update anything. So we don't want to make it editable to not give people a false impression of what can be done. And then here we're going to use a macro called T subclass of, which you may or may not have come across before. And T subclass of is a template, so we use these angle brackets again, and we want it to say a subclass of gun. And basically what this means is that it allows Blueprint to restrict the classes that we can select from to only the classes that are subclasses of the gun C++ class. Now, this isn't going to be a pointer because we're not pointing to an actual instance of the gun. What we're getting here in this variable is a class itself. In this case, it's a Blueprint class, but it's still a class. So what we're going to want to call this is the gun class, just to make it super clear that this is not actually the gun itself. We do want another U property here to store the gun. And that is going to be not an edit default, so basically we don't want to make this a visible property at all, but it's going to be an A gun pointer. See the difference? One of them is a T subclass of gun, the other one is a gun pointer. And this one is the actual gun. That's once we've created an instance of the class, that's where we're going to store it. So let's go on over into our shooter CPP and finish off this begin play where we are spawning things. So we're going to have gun equal to get world, spawn actor gun, and the argument we're going to pass in here is the gun class, which we're going to be setting over in Blueprint. So let's go and try and compile this. It may give us some errors. Let's see.
Live compile. Live code. We've got code and we want to do it live. Alive. Make this code alive. Build failed. Parsing headers. What is this error? Find class delegate enum T subclass of. On the header file, T subclass of. Do I need to include something
message
there?
log open with the compile log, and sure enough, we're getting some errors over here in the header file saying undeclared identifier. It's because we need to forward declare the gun. So I'm just going to do this at the top because it's in two places. I'm going to say class A gun, like so. And just a reminder, forward declaring like this means that we can keep our compile times down by not including too much in the heavy header files. Let's try recompile and see. Looks like that was the only error. It's now compiled successfully. Let's go.
I think. Wait, what did you do when you?
It's down and class gun. So I'm just going to do this at the top because it's in two places. I'm going to say class A.
Character.h. T subclass of
A gun, like so, and class the gun. The head file saying undeclared identifier log, and see, I'll have a message log. Let's go and try and compile this. It may give us some errors. Let's see. I'll have a message log open with.
How did you open that message log? I mean, this is the message log, right?
With the compile log. And sure enough, we're getting.
Okay. Anything able to find class, delegate, enum, or struct with name T subclass of. Did I spell it wrong? Yes, I did. What? Doosh. Dwayne, come on, dude. Gotta close out of everything. Ground control to Major Tom. There we go. Succeeded. Multi-chat don't work. Burp. Check ignition. Guys love be with you.
I don't have open. So let's go to Window and Developer Tools and have a look at the output log and see if we have any errors here. Yes, spawn actor failed because no class was specified. Sure, no class was specified because we didn't configure it yet in Blueprint. So this I'm going to give as a challenge to you to hook up the gun, find the property in our character blueprint, set it to the correct gun, and test that it spawns. Pause the video and have a go. Okay.
Dude, you say pause the video and then literally not even a full second later, you're like, okay, here it is. Okay. What am I looking for? Shoot a character. Gun. I think that's all I'm looking for. Gun class. That's not my gun.
Okay, welcome back. So let's go over to our shooter character BP and find the property, which should be on the root or the class defaults. Go into details, and under shooter character, you can see we've got our rotation rate here, which we have configured, and we have got our gun class, which is a drop down, which allows me to choose between the gun being the C++ gun.
I didn't make a rotation rate. Uh-oh.
And here's where our naming convention comes in handy. The things prefixed with BP underscore are the blueprints. So we want our BP underscore rifle. Go ahead and select that, compile, save, go over into...
Wait, did I? This is something I did yesterday? 70.
the scene and hit play. Now, hopefully we have not got any errors about spawning our gun. The gun should have spawned okay, and to find out if it has, we can F8 and have a look in the world outliner. If I make the world outliner a little bit bigger, I can search for the BP underscore rifle. Hooray, we've got a BP underscore rifle. The moment it's in the middle of nowhere and it's not...
Oh, it is. Okay, cool. John. I'm chillin'. I'm Bing chillin'. And cool. This. Wait. There it is. Bing chillin', Bing chillin'.
correctly childed, that's going to be the subject of the next lecture, so I will see you there.
Next lecture.
Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we are going to be covering lots of cool things, but most importantly, we're going to be looking at how we can child a actor to another actor. As you can see here, the rifle is a child of the shooter character, and how we can make it such that the mesh there is actually attached to the hand of this skeletal mesh. As you can see, that gun is moving around with that player's hand. Let's dive in and see how it's done. So the first thing we want to do before putting our gun in the hands of this mesh is we want to remove or hide the gun that is currently there. Now, I find that the easiest way of doing this is to hide the bone that has the gun mesh. Let's have a look. So if we go over to the shooter character BP, it would be a good entry point for this.
Animation
Then I
blueprint.
want to go to the actual mesh. Here we've got the skeleton.
A wink. Let's just close this.
Mesh, and if I go to the skeleton, then we can find that this gun here, if I click on the gun, has got a bone leading up to it called the weapon bone.
Don't sniper. Details. This is skeleton.
And weapon underscore R. And basically we want to hide this, but the easiest way to
Weapon underscore R. Weapon. Whip.
hide this across the board is going to be to do it in code, and we're going to do it in C++. So the first thing is to get hold of the mesh component. The way to do this when you're on a character subclass is to call to get mesh. Cool. So we've got get mesh. Then with the mesh, we want to hide the bone. There is handily a hide bone by name method, and this actually exists on the parent of the skeletal mesh component, the skinned mesh component. Let's have a look at the header.
Oh my
file briefly.
god, that sounds terrible. Nope. Definitely don't want to print. It's not what I was looking to do. What? How do you search? Control 50? Fuck. We will exit out of view if we can, please.
The name method, and this actually exists on the parent of the skeletal
Search files by name.
mesh component, the skinned mesh component. Let's have a look at the header file briefly. Skinned mesh component.h. There is a couple of functions here. The one we're looking for is hide bone by name. So you can see the signature here. We've got the bone name comes in, an f name, and then the second thing is this ephys body op. Now, as far as I can tell, this isn't used in the code base, but we've got to provide it because it's there in the signature. So let's go ahead and use it. So arrow, going to do the hide bone by name. Unfortunately, my autocomplete's not working. That's a bug in
I would really like it if this would just close. Hide bone by name.
in 4.25 at the moment in VS Code. Autocomplete doesn't 100% want to work, but that's okay. We can learn to do it the manual way instead. Then we're going to want the name of the bone, and I'll leave that up to you as an exercise to fill that out in a second. And then the second thing is we wanted that phys op body thing. And we're just going to go for, that's an enum, so we're going to need to fill it out. I'm going to use F12 to go to the definition and see what we have. Got a PBO none, don't do anything. That sounds like a sensible default. Let's go with that. And then we'll use the semicolon to finish off our line right there. So let's compile this and see if we've got all the includes we need. Cool, looks like it's working, so we must have all the includes we need. Now, what's your challenge is to put in the bone name. Give that a quick go, mini challenge, and we're coming back. The bone name is weapon underscore R. It was hinted at a little bit before. Weapon underscore R should do the trick. If we go ahead and recompile with that now, and we hit play, you can see that he's no longer holding a gun. Fantastic. So the next thing is to put a different gun in his hand, the actor gun. So we need to go over to our skeleton, and what we want to do here is add in a new socket. So we're going to add in a socket in place of...
Brother, I can
our
act
weapon R. And
recompile every time here.
A socket, as it sounds like a plug socket, is something that you can plug in. It's a point at which you can plug in other things. So you might want to be able to plug in, for example, a gun, and you want it to be childed not to the mesh as a whole, but to a specific bone of that mesh, which means that it'll move correctly with the character's arms when he's doing an animation, when he's jogging around. It's going to look like it's attached to his hand rather than somewhere on it, not rigidly fixed to his torso. So we're going to add a child socket to a weapon R. To do this, you go to the skeleton, you right-click on the bone that you want to attach the
Oh, I wasn't even in the skeleton before.
this socket to, and you click add socket, and we're just going to call this one the weapon socket. I'm using camel case here as my convention, and that's what we're going to want to attach to. Now, you'll see where this comes in handy when we go to actually do the attachment for our gun. Now, the thing to note here is that we don't want to do a setup attachment as we would do in the constructor. At runtime, when we do attachment, we have to use a different set of functions rather than the ones we use in the constructor. And remember when I said that the only hierarchy here really is between scene components? Now, fortunately, we don't have to go in and get the root component of the gun and attach it. There is a helper method on the actor that allows us to do attachment, and that is attach to component. So let's see where that's defined. If we go to look at the actor.h header file, and there's a couple of these. We want the one that lives under game framework, and we're going to go and search in here for attach.
Whoops.
To component, open brackets, and find the actual declaration. Here it is. So what's this going to take in? It's going to take in a uScene component, the parent that we want to attach to. In this case, it's going to be our skeletal mesh of the character. The transform rules, we'll get to this in just a second, and then, there you go, the socket name. That's where on a skeletal mesh should we attach to. If it's a skeletal mesh, it'll attach to the socket. If it is not a skeletal mesh, it'll ignore the socket argument and just attach if it's a static mesh, for example. So we want to attach to get mesh. We have these transform rules. What are those? Let's click through F12 to click through to the different rules that are available. There's these are the preset rules. You can define your own, but you might as well use these preset ones. We've got keep relative transform, keep world transform, snap to target, not including scale. We'll ignore these last two. The main two to look out for are these first two, and it basically means when we're attaching, should it stay the same place it was in the world, or should we use that world position as the new local position? In our case, because we want that gun to essentially be at 0, 0, which would be its location in the world, we want to keep the relative transform. So let's do that. We're going to have the F transform rules, keep relative transform. So F transform rules.
What am I doing?
Colon, and then it should be, let me see, just copy over the keep relative transforms, like so. And then we want the socket, so again, text macro here, and then the socket name, which was weapon socket. And finish off the line, that's going to set up the attachment. And now the final point is going to be we want to set up the gun to the line, that's going to set up the attachment. And now the final point is going to be we want to set up the gun to have this class as its owner. This is a bit of a subtle point. Why do we have an owner? I just said that there wasn't any hierarchy between actors. Well, there isn't in the sense of transforms, but they do have ownership. And where this ownership really comes into play is in multiplayer and in damage. So we'll see later on how we will need to know about the owner. It also allows the gun to know what is the owning character, and it can use that to get references to the owning character. Later on, this will be useful. At the moment, we don't particularly care, but we're just going to do it for completeness sake. I've actually named this wrong. It shouldn't be setup owner, but set owner to this, because this is the actor that is the owner of the gun. Cool beans. Let's compile and see if
cool beans.
Compile to.
Okay, we can recompile here. Retro. Pats are making moves. Okay, we'll build from here. If this starts giving me issues. Already running. Question is, did I save that shit? I think I did. I think I did. It would be great if this could just compile on its own. I'd be so happy. Okay. That's a rifle, baby. Look at that shit. Yeah, dog. Off a little bit. What's Sam got to say about that?
Here and have a look at the hand. Not quite. You can see that we could do a little bit of adjusting here. So that's what we're going to do. And this is a challenge for you. Basically, what you're going to try and do is find what the offset should be on the mesh such that this handle is actually inside our mesh's Wraith character's hand. Pause the video and have a go at that. Okay, welcome back. So I'm going to do this by selecting that mesh and trying to move it. I'm going to have to set the grid snap size in the viewport to a little bit less. And I'm going to try and zoom in as best I can on that hand. Okay, bring that down a little bit. I think that's a good shout. Now let's go ahead and copy the location and open up, go to the content browser and open up the BP rifle.
Oh. That look okay? Almost. Damn near perfect. How do I like? There we go. I mean, that's fine. Location. Copy.
Open the full blueprint editor, go to the mesh, and stop simulating, and paste the location that we had copied in there.
Let's just make sure I've got this. Nope.
Okay, cool, copy that. Blueprint editor, go to the mesh, and stop simulating, and paste the location that we had copied in there. Okay, cool, copy that. And let's go and hit play.
His hand's off.
And let's see that it actually brought across the right thing. F8 out and zoom in. By the way, you can use the scroll wheel to slow down your movement when you're moving in this kind of way. Fantastic. Looks like he has got his hand directly on the handle. Awesome stuff. So we have learnt how we can child actors to other actors and how we can attach scene components to sockets of skeletal meshes. In the next lecture, we're going to be looking a little bit at shooting and how this gun architecture basically dovetails into a shooting architecture. So I'll see you there.
Excellent, Sam. I'm going to move on to the next project. Ground control to Major Tom. I'll be right back. All right. Test truck's back and it's better than ever. Okie doke. So we are gonna be doing some project development. Here I have a Raspberry Pi. Wait. Burp. Okay. So here I have a Raspberry Pi 4, and this is a Raspberry camera. It's like an older one. I know they've come out with newer versions, but it'll do. So gonna try to. This has already has the little housing case on it, but. So I bought this back in like 2021, 2022. So the Raspberry Pi 4 is old. I know that they already have Raspberry Pi 5s. And I think this might have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Nothing crazy. I actually forget the exact specs of it. But pretty standard. Just, you know, straight up Raspberry Pi. It's got a heatsink on it. I bought a Cana kit, so I have some other things for it, but I'm probably just going to use this. I might have a CPU cooler, depending on what actually happens. But going to try to make a mobile streaming setup with this. So I've kind of already played around with it. I'm going to start from the beginning because I didn't get too far. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be tough because I'm streaming live, and to test it, we'll cross that bridge. But essentially, going to use this FFmpeg, which is native to Linux. I might have to install FFmpeg, but just going to use like Raspberry Lite OS, no GUI or a headless display, I think is what it's called. And then try to, so I do have a Raspberry Pi Zero, which is right here, much smaller. Ideally, I would be able to use this, but I don't think the computing power is an issue. I think that's what's causing some hiccups. So I think I'm going to start with the 4, see if because it's a little bit bulkier, once I get it running, see if I can decrease to a 0, because eventually I want to be able to like put it on a hat or something. So it's literally just like looking where I'm going. I think I'm going to try to 3D print like a casing for it that can like just clip onto a hat. Also need to figure out battery storage. Right now I do have smaller batteries. This is probably too big, especially if it's going to be like on a hat or something. What else? That's kind of it. So to start out, I am going to we need to image or get Raspberry Pi Light OS, wherever the Jimmy John's is. I've got a 32 gigabyte micro SD card here. There we go. That's the sound I'm looking for. Choose device. It's a 4. I want light. I'm pretty sure I can deal with 32-bit. This is the one. Pi stream. Let's do this over here. This is going to be and I want to, I think I can set shiitake mushrooms. Isn't there a way to set the IP from here? Whatever. Because the last time I did this, oh, sugar. I had to forget my IP address when I was SSHing in. Cause I'm easy. Da, 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 da. Easy like Sunday morning. All right, well, that's doing that thing. I'm just risk. All right. Still verifying. Definitely want to be keeping some notes here too. No, what do I want? Has been written. You can now remove the SD card. Excellent. So, I don't have a capture card. Which I would probably normally use. Whereas this goes in here. So I'm just gonna SSH into this thing. All right, we've got power. We're booting. Let's just put this in here. Shoot, I don't know what the... Well, actually, I do have... Hey, Kit Kat! That's a follow. I heard it. I heard it. All right, so what you can't see is I'm just going to be plugging this into my side monitor. So I can get the IP. This isn't plugged in. Yeah. Who just followed me? Boogie's Bungalow. What up, dog? I'll sauce that back to you. We want terminal. No, we want PowerShell. And I think I have... my big box of tricks. Should be able to use this. Or is it over here? Yes. Okay. I'm gonna do this. All right. I don't know what's gonna happen to my stream here because I'm about to unplug all my monitors. Okay. Okay, we're in. Sweet. Actually, don't need this at all. There's a cat in here. Kidoki? All right, we back. So we're in this pie stream, Jimmy John. The first thing I want to do, update, and let's get a, I'm gonna use ChatGPT for this as well. What is it? RTMP? I think. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it'll just be to Twitch for now. What else do I need to specify? I think that's it. Let's see what this gives us. I'm pretty sure this is... No. So this command I know doesn't work. Let's go here. Live camera. So I can't do this because I'm... using SSH. Tutti tutti fruit to tutti for fruit. It's a big upgrade. Let me side profile. This is the one that I have, I believe. There's a fan in there too. I think I do have a fan. I have another SSD. Interesting. This is the motor. It's getting hung, 72%. Dee. They gave me a lot of stuff in here. Wait a second. Does this mean I can power it with batteries? I don't know what this stuff is. Yeah, fan. I do have a CanaKit fan. This is big. Alright, I'm done with this. This shit's hung. You serious? Is that all I needed to do? Doesn't tell me what this is. It's clearly... I don't think this can take power from this port though, right? Alright, whatever. Got a lot of fun things in here. Okay. We're gonna download FFmpeg. Whatever. I don't even know if this stuff like work. I mean, I would hope it works. So messy in here though, so messy. Maybe I can 3D print some storage. Got a little controller. Uh-oh. Here's Momo. He's coming for some nail clippings. Right, Mosey? Come on. Okay, we got one hand, one paw. Man, be nice to me. Oh, cut that one kind of close, Mo. There you go. All right, we got FFmpeg installed. Now, let's see what version. Oops. Well, let's test this. Shit. Okay, so Camera's not here. I already did this. One not upgraded. Why? We can get some. Was it royalty free?
Hey, daydreamer. Did we catch you thinking about your dreams? With Wells Fargo Premier, a team can help you plan for them. So let's imagine your biggest dream. Not the easy one, the one behind it. The one you work towards every day and every night. Can you see it? Then we can help you plan for it. Ready to start planning for your dreams? You can at wellsfargo.com/getpremier.
What? Oh. There at Raspberry, this. But live camera is not on my fucking. Spelling something wrong here?
Take a real break with Pure Leaf iced tea, powered by natural caffeine from real tea leaves. It's time for real brewed refreshment and the real revitalization of a quality iced tea.
There is the lead camera.
Take a real break with Pure Leaf iced tea, powered by natural caffeine from real tea leaves. It's time for real brewed refreshment and the real revitalization of a quality iced tea. Time for a tea break. Time for a Pure Leaf.
McMillans. Am I not on Bookworm? Shut up, ChatGPT. Bookworm. Hey, I am using Bookworm. Bookworm. Sudo apt update. Upgradable. I already used my free. Just see what happens. This is the pie stream, brother. Let's just do a sudo reboot. We think it worked? Why? I have broken packages. What does this do? Grit. See, the thing is, it's saying this package is not on my system. We might be reflashing this. All right. Or do I just turn this off? Okay, let's reflash this bitch. Maybe there was something wrong.
Saving on your education should be a right, not a competition. At University of Phoenix, our bachelor's and master's scholarships are accessible to all. You'll get the best scholarship or savings you qualify for. Simple as that. Because everyone deserves an opportunity to save on their education without competing for it. Explore scholarship options at University of Phoenix.
Pretty sure I do have 4 gigabytes of RAM. Flash, flash it, flash, flash. Where did my camera go? I heard that has been written. I can now remove. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right. Question is, do we think it's the same? IP address. I have my doubts. I have my doubts. Let's give it a second boot up. Ooh, not a good sign. Not a good sign. One 192, 168, 86, 27. Okay, so it should work, okay. Ah, I need to forget that. Fine.
Save big on everything you need when you shop at Menards. Spidey Electric smart home products make everyday living simply smarter. Stay connected to home while you're away with wireless outdoor security cameras. Control all your smart home products from anywhere using one
Yes.
app. View our entire selection of Spidey Electric smart home products today.
We're in.
Menards.com. Plus, check out our weekly flyer for other
All right.
great deals happening this week.
If you didn't think skipping breakfast was a big deal, you'd be right. Before. But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits. We're talking sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit,
God damn it.
bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or even the Honey Buddy chicken biscuit.
Oh, come on, please.
You can get all three if you want.
Oh my gosh.
Buck, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If
929.
for a buck, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Limit 5 qualifying items per transaction. Not valid in the combo while supplies last.
Alright, so I've got 1 gigabyte of RAM. Not great. Sudo apt. We're going back and doing 30-bit. 30-bit. So this actually might not make a difference between I don't know how much the Zero has. I would think 1 gigabyte as well. There we go. Let's reflash the bitch.